Who are you?
Whoever you want me to be.
Don't say I never gave you anything.
It's feeling epic.
3 words. 8 letters.
I remember everything.
You said you wanted to talk about Jer.
Yeah, how's he holding up?
Why don't you ask him yourself?
Come on. We both know I'm not good at that sort of thing. That's why I asked you to take care of him.
Trust me, it's the last thing he needs right now.
Hey, whatever Jer might have done to screw this up, he's your brother. Just cut him some slack.
He didn't do anything. I did.
What?
I told her I loved her.
Who?
Belly.
Well, why did you do that?
Because I love her.
Oh. Shit.
And scene. Adam finding out that Conrad is in love with little sis. It doesn't get old. Little sis does not get old to me.
Adam, when he said, why the hell would you do that? That was the best.
It was so good.
That guy's finally catching up on the show we've all been watching.
He has, yeah. This was a big ep for him. He finally started learning what is going on. He was really in the dark. He didn't even know they dated. I'm still not over Lil Sis. Like, I'm never going to be over it.
I love the implications of why the hell would you tell her that? Like, because Adam's definitely like, sometimes we just got to tell a woman we love them for different reasons to manipulate them. And he's like, why would you do that with her? And he's like, oh, you actually love her? Oh.
He's like, were you just trying to get back at Jer for something? What did Jer do? Why are you trying to get back at Jer?
Yeah.
How many women do you think Adam has said, I love you to?
Countless.
It's got to be a lot, yeah. But never once to his sons.
Oh, brutal. Brutal. Conrad was really beating himself up then, too. And then I thought Adam was using the opportunity to be like a little bit manipulative, too. I don't know. How did you take that of Adam being like, oh, it's like when you shut me out? He really used this opportunity to try to make himself, oh, we're the same, Conrad, me and you. You being in love with Belly and me cheating on your mother with cancer. It's, same thing.
He's like, we all make mistakes.
We all make mistakes. We've all been there.
So I actually don't think it was manipulation. I think Adam was just trying to relate to him. And I actually do think Adam gave him good advice in that moment. Of like, you just gotta step away and let other people handle this one because you are not the guy to fix this. You're the one who caused it. And I actually thought that was good advice. And then we do see Adam stepping up and being there for Jer in the end, even though he said he wasn't good at that kind of stuff, which he mentioned multiple times. So I actually do think that was like one of the few good moments we've ever had of Adam and will probably ever have.
Sure, that's a good point. I mean, Conrad loves to fix things, and so he's there trying to fix it, and I get he probably needs to back away. I will say his face when he showed up at the bar and was like, what do you mean Jeremiah didn't want to see me? What? And I was like, easy, buddy.
Yeah.
I love Conrad, but you might need to give people a second. Like, you literally just broke up the wedding.
He was coming in hot. I love that the camera got him like from across the street walking in. Like, that was so good. And everyone just being like, what is this guy doing? I feel like we've been saying that about Conrad all season. Like, he's just taking things like a step further from what we thought. Like, oh, like he is just all honesty, all truth. He is all in it this season. And I love it.
May we all have the confidence of Conrad Fisher of being like, I'm pretty sure this bride's just going to leave her fiance and just ride away with me and live happily ever after. And then after he breaks up the wedding, he's like, I'm pretty sure the groom will just want to see me now and hang out and chat about this.
He's like, he's my brother. He's my brother. It's like he's got his frat brother. He's got Steven. Like, he's got Denise. He's got Taylor. Like, you are at the bottom of the list, Connie. I'm sorry. I hate to break that to you, but
he's walking around with that Red Hot Chili Peppers playing in his head. He's just like, who doesn't want to hang out with me right now?
We should all be channeling that Connie baby confidence. We should all be listening to the Red Hot Chili Peppers in our head. I'm still listening to that song when I'm walking in the city. It's a good confidence booster.
Yeah.
Well, we got right into it once again.
Once again.
Welcome back.
Bring in the confidence.
We're leading with that Connie confidence. Welcome back to Previously on Teen TV Podcast. I'm your host, Jillian Benani, and back with me today is my husband, Tyler Branch, and we are breaking down today episode 9 of season 3 of The Summer Turned Pretty, Last Call. We are in the aftermath of the wedding, picking up right where we left off, which I was surprised about. And I gotta say, everyone...
It seemed to be after last call at that bar.
I did think last call could refer to Belly and Jeremiah's call, or it could be last call at the bar is what I thought.
I know, that's, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'd be throwing them back too if the wedding was called off day of.
I'm all for it.
I was like, get him something stronger than a beer.
I don't know. He seemed pretty wasted.
Fair.
You don't know what he started with. You don't know what shots Redbird was feeding him to begin the night.
That's true. Redbird probably was bringing out that whiskey at like noon on that wedding day. You just know it.
You know
Even
it.
with Jeremiah missing. Like,
Well, I've been excited. I haven't asked you this, but how did you feel about how this ep started? Like, I mean, this picked up exactly where the last episode ended. And I know you were wondering about, like, you were breaking down Belly's movements of, did she take a step forward? Did she move? Or did she go towards Conrad? All that. Did you get what you wanted here?
I thought it was great. She did take the step forward. It was a good, like I'm taking a step and a half, and I'm staring directly at him, but then I go back. I did think it was funny when the guy was like, it's your turn. Like, that guy would be running past her to get on that plane.
Oh, yeah.
But I thought it was great. And then he turns after she's already gone. Like, it was great. It was ultimately what I thought it was going to be. Like, we knew Connie wasn't getting on that plane to Paris. But I do like that this...
She had to take a step forward in life before she could take a step forward towards Conrad.
Exactly. You're getting it. No, I do think that is what it was.
I'm catching up to the show I'm watching.
I do think that is what it was. She like wanted to go towards him and then was like, I can't. I'm going to be right back where I started. Our girl Belly is learning. We got a lot of growth from her this app, which I'm excited to talk more about. So they dropped a little bit of a trailer we got after the last app, so I didn't have to think all week if she was going to go towards Conrad. It was pretty obvious then after they dropped this trailer of her in Paris, Belly and Pelly, that, you know, they were going to go their separate ways. But I thought then...
I never watched that trailer. You just told me about it.
Oh, my God.
I'm sorry.
You do a podcast. Come on. I'm always sending Tyler like all this stuff for the show. I sent you this trailer.
I'm sorry.
All right, so let me
was everything in the trailer like in this app?
No.
Oh,
a lot of it wasn't, which is why I was surprised. So the trailer was a lot of her prancing around Paris. We see her with these friends and other people, but we don't see her with that in that white shirt and jeans a lot in the new trailer. Like, she's in cute outfits. It looks like she has like a haircut a little bit at one point. It's just like a montage of her in Paris. So it's like, we know she's there for a bit. And then at the end of the trailer, the letter comes from Conrad.
Oh, okay.
So,
well, see, I'm kind of mad I had you describe this. I don't like watching trailers.
Oh, sorry.
I like to take the show for what it is.
Well, again, though, I do think that
you're
trailer...
a spoiler girl. I'm always watching stuff with you, and you're like, oh, I read ahead to find out how it is.
Well, I can't wait. I hate a surprise, you know? Just tell me.
Yeah.
But I was surprised this app because I thought we were going to have like a big Paris montage this app. And I'm happy that we didn't. I feel like we got a really good aftermath of the wedding, of how everybody was feeling. We got a lot of growth in this episode. And everyone is calling this a filler episode. And I'm sorry, this is not a filler episode, okay? A filler episode of television. I looked this up because I want to make sure that I have this.
There's
right.
an official definition for filler episode.
Well, this is like AI
TV?
telling me this, okay? ChatGPT.
Okay.
TV filler episodes are episodes that do not advance a show's main storyline or significantly develop its characters, existing primarily to fill runtime or buy time for writers. Mm-hmm. This was not a filler ep. Okay, a lot actually happened in this ep. Was it as dramatic as the past couple of episodes that we've gotten? No. It wasn't as like in your face drama. I mean, a wedding ep is always going to be crazy, you guys. But I feel like a lot actually happened in this episode and we did progress. We're getting somewhere. I feel like this ep was just a little bit more of like a stepping stone into like the next arc of this series. Because I think we're going to be getting time jumps from here on out. It's going to be good.
I didn't know what the Summary Turned Pretty zeitgeist is saying about this, but like I don't think of it as a filler episode. I mean, because I do think the one thing, I mean, these people are probably a lot like you. They want to skip ahead. They want to get to the end game. They want things to finally be happening. But I do think things happen in this episode. I think the one part that probably rubs up against people is her chasing the bag part.
Yeah.
Because I do think, I get why that happened.
Yeah.
But, like, I do think that's a part that like makes people think that because they're like, why now am I watching Belly chasing around after a bag, and then when she finds it, she just rips it off a guy, and I get how that can seem a little pointless, but I get that probably in the big picture, it's about Belly like starting to take action again, not be a passive participant in her life, to not just things happen to her like taking charge of her life. So I don't know. It wasn't that long, guys. It was a short chase.
I do totally get what people mean. I mean, was it the most action-packed episode that we've had? No. But I'm very happy that Belly is starting to grow, starting to take that ownership over her life. I mean, in the beginning of the episode, when she gets to Paris, she can barely talk to the passport guy. Like, she is sheepish. She doesn't know what to say. She's dropping things. She's kind of like just a mess. And then at the end of the episode, when we see her take charge, get her bag back, decide to stay, I just feel like it's like, this is the Belly that we love. This is the character that we know. Like, she is back. She kicked that guy and she is back. And even too, when she was going to the study abroad school and they're like, we don't have a spot for you. And she apologized to them in that moment. And you're like, they messed that up, girl. Not you.
That was disgusting. I would have never left that place. I would have caused such a scene at that place that I would have either been staying the night in Paris jail, or they would have been kicking me out of the country, or they would have let me in, because this is crazy. They told you on the phone to fly to Paris and you're in. It feels like there's got to be someone higher up I can talk to at this place. This is crazy.
You would have pitched such a fit.
Oh.
And
it would have been bad.
Yeah, that was not Belly's fault. I was even shocked when she said that she called the night before.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, good for her. Like, she kind of already is taking charge. But at the end of that scene, she kind of like came into herself, like, you know, crawled into herself a little bit again, like a little tortoise, where she kind of like put her head down and was like, I'm sorry. Yeah. And it's like, you didn't do anything wrong, girl. And it's like that same way that she was acting with Jeremiah for a lot of these episodes, where she was like, oh no, it's fine. Like, it's fine. You didn't tell me. It's fine. I don't have to go to Paris. It's okay.
This ep was her kind of reawakening back into the Belly you liked, that was a little more like blunt, taking charge, doing like aggressive kind of things.
Well, and now
like
we're getting an
again.
older version of that, because you can only be so much like that as a teenager. We really only saw her more be that way with like Conrad or her love life. So it's nice to see her more just like take charge in these situations. And like, this is what we wanted. We wanted this growth. And we're not going to get to our end game until we have that growth, because I want it to pay off. I want to be so happy, and we got to follow these steps to get there, or it's not going to be worth it. As Cleveland said in season 1,
Cleveland. Oh, the author guy.
The author guy from season 1. How could you forget?
Oh, this was an off-show person. Okay, this is I
As
remember.
Cleveland said to Conrad on the boat, you got to be good with yourself before getting into something like this with somebody else. And Conrad followed that advice at the time. And it was good advice. And I think that that's what we need for the both of them. And Belly is not there yet. So
no, I mean, I think it's great for her and Jeremiah. I mean, Jeremiah's saying he like can't sleep without her. That like they're just that codependent thing is just like these two need to be on different continents. These two need to figure it out.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you see just how timid she is, like you said, when she arrives. And this whole episode, everyone, like, they're blaming Belly in France for her showing up when they told her to come.
Yeah.
But then also, back in Cousins Beach, everyone's blaming her for calling off this wedding that I'm pretty sure I saw Jeremiah call off. I felt so gaslit
I know.
at this. Throughout the episode, people really act like she left him at the altar. Like, what's going on with that?
I know. He is the one who called it off. Why is she the scapegoat for this? Like, I understand he called it off with reason for her feelings with Conrad, but it's not like she was like, I'm in love with Conrad and I want to be with him right now. No. He just didn't want her full heart if part of it belonged to Conrad, which is fair, but like, it's not on her. It's
no, it was bizarre. I mean, because I think they do address it at the beginning. Adam says, like, Jer says he's the one that called it off, but he's like, we know. like, you know, but Adam clearly hates Belly.
We just
like,
said that.
He was so close to being like, I'm sending you a bill, Laurel. Like, this is bullshit.
I know. God, that was funny. Adam had some good moments in this app. I thought that was just such a funny scene where he's taking the champagne. He's like, I'm not donating that.
Champagne. He's like, I got to hang out with Kaylee's parents after this. I'm down in all this. Good Lord.
The sad thing is like Adam is like such a real person. Like, we know that character.
Yeah,
like, everybody kind of knows that guy. It's like, it's too real. Some of the stuff he says, like, gotta drive these parents. They were fighting the whole time. Like, oh, I gotta go do something for somebody else. Yeah, Belly's not at fault. And I know we talked about that in length in the other episode, but it does feel like people are placing blame on her, and I'm putting it on those two brothers.
Those two brothers are a mess. Whenever, I mean, oh my gosh, the scene where like Jeremiah pops up on the counter and is talking to him, eating the apple, looking like the biggest villain of all time. I was just like,
God.
I don't know how these two are coming back from this. It's looking real bad at the moment.
So I was feeling bad for Jeremiah in like the beginning of the app. I'm like, this is sad. He's
got mustard on his face.
Yeah,
he's all drunk
he's
and
going
sad
through a big
and mopey.
heartbreak. It's a big heartbreak. They dated for 4 years. He wanted this to work out, and it's sad. And Belly was his good friend at one point. They've known each other their whole lives. So I feel for him. Like, it's really sad. And on top of that, you had to read that letter from your mom that wasn't to you. It's just a lot. He dealt with a lot in that day. So I was really feeling bad for him, because also everyone's like, all right, Jer, you got to get up. I'm like, let that man lay in bed hung over. Like, I do that on a Sunday. And this man, you know, kind of somewhat got dumped. You could say it was mutual.
What color Gatorade are you? You're blue? Yellow.
Lemon lime. But I'll do light blue if needed.
Yes, you won't lemon lime, but you'll accept a light blue.
Yes, you know.
Never a red.
Never red. Actually, though, when I was younger, I used to have a lot of red Gatorade, so that's why I can't do it anymore.
OD'd on it.
Yeah, too much. But so I was really feeling for him. But
Yeah.
I didn't like the way he talked to Belly on the phone at the end there. That was kind of crazy to me. And then this convo with Conrad when he said, she didn't choose me, but she didn't pick you either. Is this still all about Conrad for you? But I get it. I know. I'm taking it as he's in his anger phase right now. He's just angry.
I mean, it was tough the way he acted. It was like you're starting to feel a little bad for the guy. And then you just want to smack him again. You're like, yeah, this is why we've been hating you all season. What are you doing?
I know. It's more.
It's that insecurity again, though.
I know.
He just lashes out.
He does. And again, like, he did have this really big thing happen to him. And you can put some blame on Conrad for all of this. So.
What?
I'm sorry. And I am Team Conrad. Like, I get it. But, like, I think everybody is at fault a little bit here. And I get that Jeremiah is not going to be too pleased to see his brother, who literally said he'd run off into the sunset with Belly.
I mean, I do wish Conrad had a little bit of a sense of humor about this.
I know.
Maybe my timing could have been a little better. Sorry. Like, he's just so sincere about all this sometimes. And I'm just like, I feel like that's part of what drives Jeremiah crazy too, is like this guy's so sure of how he feels and what he wants. And I feel so lost right now.
I think he feels like, who does he have? His shitty dad now. Because it's like Steven and Taylor are watching him all day, but like now they're all coupled up. Like that's got to be somewhat hard to see. Your brother just, did what he did, confessed feelings, love feelings to your fiance, your mom's dad. And like he can't go to Laurel and whatnot now. I mean, so I think he just feels very alone.
His world was rocked. A lot of characters' worlds were rocked in this episode.
There were. And people want to call it a filler app. How dare they?
Who said this to you? You're still so upset.
Everyone's saying it. I'm telling you. Everybody's saying it.
I'm not on the Reddit.
Yeah, you got to get online. I'll send you some stuff.
Don't be sending me anything.
I'm sending you stuff. Everybody send Tyler some stuff.
I'm watching the show. I'm having a great time. We're in Paris. Let them run around, do a little chase thing in Paris. Everyone's having fun. We're having fun.
We're having fun. Well, should we do our top 5?
Lay it on me. Let's do the top 5.
All right. So top 5 for this week, we came up with our top 5 WTF moments from this app, where characters were just dealing with a shock to the system left and right. At this point, everything is pretty much out there.
Yeah. All the secrets have been revealed.
Yeah.
People, it is, there were a lot of faces in this episode where people were like, what?
Yeah.
Like people really had the rug pulled out from under them a few times.
There are some good memes from this app with people's faces. All right. Number 5. In our top 5 WTF moments, number 5 is Adam finding out about Conrad and Belly. I mean, the scene we did at the top.
The scene we did at the top. It's the best. It's the best. He called this girl Lil Sis not that long ago in this timeline. And now he finds out, oh my God, Conrad's been in love with her. It's the best.
That scene is so good, though, too, because he plays it very humorous because he is so shocked.
Yeah.
Like he had no idea any of this transpired. So his face, and when he just says, shit, at the end, it's so good. And I think he's saying the shit too, because he's like, oh God, I need to step up now. Like I can't just put this on Conrad right now. I got to be the one to step up.
He's realizing how much more hurt Jeremiah is than he thought.
Yeah.
Because it's like double betrayal. He's realizing that his other son, Conrad, is also quite hurt. He's realizing And a little piece of him in the back of his mind is like, oh my God, am I going to have to pay for another wedding for Belly? A little part of him is thinking, is this girl coming back around again?
Oh my God. I did not think about that. That is so good.
There is so much WTF moments going around in Adam's head right there.
That is what he's thinking.
What?
He's like, I am not paying for another wedding for this girl. She can get married in the backyard with that kid.
Laurel's paying for the next wedding.
Yeah. The minute those two get together, he's going to say, Laurel, this one's on you.
He's like, I gotta marry Kaylee. All right, this is getting crazy.
Well, he has all that champagne. He should have just married Kaylee.
It was just great for it because I think also what I liked about that is you did wonder if the show forgot about that because it'd been long enough since the little sis moment that you're like, are we just never going to address that maybe Adam's not fully in the loop on all this? Like, and I was glad they finally addressed that. No, Adam is very much not in the loop, and his face was just—it was great. It's what I've been waiting for.
You know, in that moment, too, he was like, oh, I wish Susanna was here. Like, I am so far out of my league with this one. Like, he does not know how to handle this.
And, you know, he's like, what hold does this Belly have over my sons? Like, what?
It's so good. It's so good. All right.
I mean, Laurel's thinking Belly needs to date more guys. You know, Adam's like, guys, like, I've been out here working the field. Like, you got to get out. Get away from this girl at the beach house. There's a lot of Kayleys out there in the world. Is what Adam's thinking.
Adam's like, I'll get you a nice bachelor pad in Boston. It can be on the same apartment building as mine. We can go out together. We can watch the games, get wings. Look out for girls.
He's so mad he bought this beach house. He's like, I should have sold that thing. I should have let Kira Sedgwick sell this thing.
The beach house is Adam's like arch nemesis, I feel like.
He's like, this ruined my life.
All right, number 4, WTF moment. Conrad finding out the wedding is off. Which he finds out from Adam in that phone call when he was at the airport. And it's once again, it's so good because Adam is so clueless and just goes right away to, well, Jeremiah said he called it off, but we all know it was Belly. Like, it's just, again, it's like a great scene between the two of them. And Conrad's face in that scene, like, there is just a multitude of emotions going on his face. Like, you can see him processing it. It's so good.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't sure last week whether Conrad knew the wedding had ended or not. That was because the ending was kind of like purposely like confusing in the editing. Like, it was very almost like dreamlike how Belly just seemed to suddenly be away from the wedding and appeared in an airport. And like, I'm all fine with that because I think it was like they were purposely trying to edit to keep a lot of stuff from us and keep a lot of questions. So I just had no idea whether he knew. And then when you see his face, it's just like, my plan worked.
Well, that's why I like
It's a little bit like, be careful what you ask for.
Well, yeah.
Because I do think he'd been sitting there thinking like, oh, I'm going off to California to be on my own and her and Jeremiah are going to live happily ever after. And now it is like, what do I do now? Like,
well, that's why I'm glad that we got all these moments. Because if we had just jumped forward like a month or so in time or whatnot, it would have been sad to like not see the moment that Conrad finds out, because that is a big moment where he is kind of like, holy shit. Oh, whoa. I was not expecting that.
life happens pretty fast, Conrad.
I know. He's just always sitting at that airport.
One day you're pining over with the peaches, and next day you've blown up a wedding.
He was probably like, maybe I'll just give Agnes another chance. I don't know. Can't get over this girl. Might as well go get coffee with Agnes.
You're right. His world was totally rocked in that moment, because it is like, that's the moment you realize all your actions now do have real consequences. Because you are kind of sitting there like, maybe my actions don't really have consequences. They're mad at me right now, but like they'll get over it if they're married and but like now it's like, we'll have to see what happens. Like, am I gonna like go after Belly? How am I going to repair things with my brother? Like, you're right. That was a big moment.
And I feel like Conrad is sitting there being like, okay, I'm going to just stay away in California for years now. And I feel like he like made peace with that. It seemed like in the last episode a little bit, like he's like, I don't regret it. I gave it a shot, but now I do need to stay away and I have to stay away from Belly. And that is going to be my life. And I need to more figure out how to move on from this. And then he finds out, oh, I don't need to move on yet, really. Like, what's going to happen? And this guy has been in full-on fighting mode for Belly.
Yeah.
Like, we know he's not just going to, like, get on that plane to California right away. Even if Adam didn't call him, if he found out in a different way, like, that's not his personality. So, it was just, I'm glad we got that moment. Because I feel like there was a version of the script where they did a little bit of a time jump after the wedding.
Yeah. I mean, I do think a little bit of it was like, I guess technically, like, Adam did ask him to go, like, check on Jeremiah and make sure he's okay and stuff. And so he's just doing that. But it's also, Adam doesn't know what really happened. So Conrad's using that as a little bit of an excuse, I think, to be like, Belly's still around? Or,
yeah, I mean,
like, I do
you're right.
think you can't.
Yeah.
I mean, like, Jeremiah's not wrong when he's like, Belly's not here, or like, because like, there has to be a part of him that wanted to stay for that part of it too, not just his brother.
Yeah, and I do think it was genuine that he wanted to like be there for Jeremiah and check on him. That's his personality. He is the oldest of all of these kids. He is always someone who, you know, is there for them and is trying to fix things. But I do think a part of him also just wanted to like check on Belly and see how she is and be there for her and see if she'll run off into the sunset with him.
You think Conrad ate at the airport? I mean, he missed the whole wedding. He didn't get any of that food left over.
He probably grabbed the grilled chicken in the fridge. That's what he did. He's not
He had a prepared grilled chicken at all times.
He's
in
not
his backpack, ready to go.
He's not grabbing a burger at the airport.
Yeah.
All right. Number 3, WTF moment. This is a good one. Steven finding out about Lacey Barone.
Oh, I love this scene.
Incredible.
I actually pitched you doing this scene at the top, and you were like, we can't do that scene at the top. And I was like, I just want to be Steven going, who the fuck is Lacey Barone? Like,
I mean,
that was
perfect.
The best reading.
It was
I loved it.
good. It was such a good line delivery. It was amazing. And just like him just realizing like he is out of the loop on everything, on what's going on.
His mind was blown. He thought he had a whole handle on all this and how Conrad was so crazy. And then in one moment, you could just see his whole face was like, I guess I don't know anything that's going on here. He didn't know about Christmas. He didn't know about Lacey Barone. Like, there was a lot Taylor was dropping on him there.
I can't believe he's just finding all this out now, but I guess everyone was keeping it like pretty close to the chest. No one was like revealing
advertise
this.
it to the bride's brother.
That's true. That's fair. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But
I don't think Redbird's in there with Steven going, me and Jeremiah. Oh, in Cabo. You wouldn't believe it.
Redbird can't stop talking about Lacey Barone. So, yeah, I think I wouldn't be shocked if Steven heard from Redbird.
I guess that's true.
But this was the perfect moment of Taylor telling him, obviously it's a serious thing he's finding out, but we as the audience have known about this now for 9 episodes. So now it's just kind of funny as people are finding out and their reaction. Yeah. And this delivered.
Yeah, I mean, I thought this scene, the Adam scene was very funny, and then this scene is very funny too. Of just like, this was the funniest moment to me, of just because like his just face is so shocked about Cabo, because rightfully so. Again, this was a few months ago. Like, this was not years ago. Jeremiah cheated. This was in the spring. Jeremiah cheated. It's currently summer, and we're at their wedding.
I also feel like Steven just feels so out of the loop, but Jeremiah is his best friend. So I feel like it's hard for him of like, obviously Jeremiah's not going to tell him about this when it's his sister. But Steven's like, I thought I knew everything. Like, I thought we were best friends. I thought, to find this out, it's like a shock to the system for him.
And he's right to be annoyed about cleaning up someone's puke or whatever he's doing, hanging out with them while they're puking.
Yeah.
It's rough. I hate that.
I know.
You think he regrets some of the stuff he said to Conrad?
Yeah, I think
a little
so.
too hard on Conrad.
Well, we talked in the last episode about the talk that they had, before the wedding, where Steven was really giving him some tough love. But then he did it again this episode and really doubled down. And I do think he's got to regret it at this point.
Yeah. I think Taylor was trying to let Steven in on of like, this is not one-sided.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think she was directly going all the way. But, I mean, she kind of was because she was like, what was it she said? She said some quote about how, like, this is, Conrad and Belly.
Infinity. Soulmates.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah. She's like, they do have a thing and it is mutual.
Like,
he's not being this crazy guy who's going after some girl he dated shortly in high school.
Well, yeah, I know. Steven kept being like, they dated in high school. And Taylor's like, okay, come on now. Like, it's Conrad and Belly. It was never just like casual dating.
You haven't seen these two watch old movies together.
You have not seen them do the crossword. Go to Michael's with them, Steven, okay? Go to Michael's.
The big vases?
It all goes down at Michael's. So.
You should watch Conrad watch her eat a peach.
Oh my God. No, that is... Steven does not want to see that.
No, you don't want to be there. You don't take a peek at that. That's intimate.
I felt like I shouldn't even be watching that. It always goes back to Michael's and the peaches. Everyone, if you're having some wine right now, take a drink of your wine. We're talking about Michael's and those peaches again.
We're talking about Michael's again.
It always goes back there. But yeah,
great. I just want to say I love Steven. I think he's the best. I was telling you in that ep, I was like, he's like the Kenan Thompson of this show, where every time they cut to him, he has just this amazing facial reaction that like just tells you the whole scene you're watching. It's great.
It's so good. He's a great actor. Like, he really does add a lot to this show. I like him a lot. I do think too, a lot of Steven's anger towards Conrad is just Conrad being in California this whole time and like disappearing a little bit and removing himself from the group. A little bit of anger with that, because in season 2, those two started to get pretty close. Like, Steven was the one who was there for Conrad with like the panic attacks and trying to get him to open up, and was like rooting for him and Belly at that time. And then I think when Conrad left, Steven took it to heart and kind of made it a little bit about himself, even though it wasn't. But he's just mad that he like lost his friend. Yeah.
Well, I think it's also like him and Conrad were like the smart guy buddies.
Yeah.
Like, they're going to like the good colleges and stuff. He's
True.
like, I had a high level convo with Jeremiah. And like, we're like, we have a great time. I just feel like it is like a real friendship that he feels like, and a part of his life that he feels like he lost with Conrad ignoring him. And so I think you're right. It's probably a little personal.
I do want to see those two get back on track, though. And hopefully then we get, now that Steven knows all this information, I hope that we get a nice Steven and Conrad scene where they really more like come together and understand each other a little bit more.
Yeah, be great.
All right. Number 2, WTF moment from this ep. Jeremiah wanting to stay together. I mean, I couldn't.
That's crazy.
That was so crazy.
Yeah.
Let's
not let one little hiccup break us up forever just because we like left each other at the altar.
I mean, I can't.
This guy.
This like literally, I think I like screamed at the TV. It is during the phone call scene. Belly's telling him she's in Paris. Like, she ran away to Paris. And you're trying to get back together. Like, you can't do that. You cannot go from engaged, like literally moments away to walking down the aisle, calling off the wedding. And he's the one who called it off. Like, that's what makes me mad, that he wanted them to get back together when he called it off. Like, this is not an episode of The Bachelor where you can be like, oh, we're just going to like date. We're not going to get married. Or Love is Blind. That's a better example.
Yeah.
Love is Blind, where in the wedding app where they're like, we're not going to get married. We're going to stay together, though. This ain't that, Jeremiah. You cannot do that.
I joked about that briefly in our last podcast. I was like, oh, I hope they're done. They're not going to try to work on it. And you were like laughing about that.
Yeah.
Because I was like, because we did that whole like in memoriam last week to their relationship. And then Jeremiah was seriously trying to stay together. Crazy. Like, what's going to change, Jeremiah? Like,
he's just grasping at straws, trying to do anything, because it's literally been a day. And it's been like less than 24 hours since he's seen Belly, and he's already like not doing great.
yeah.
So I got that he was just trying anything. Like, he's just so scared to move on without her. They have been so codependent on each other. It really showed that.
That phone call was brutal. They spent like the first half of the app trying to get us to feel a little bit sorry for Jeremiah, but then with the phone call and then him like taunting Conrad, I was like back to like, this guy, he just can't help but be villainous. And I know he's like hurting and insecure and feels not chosen, but like your own actions contributed to a lot of this, and you're just so delusional sometimes. Like, you're so childlike. Oh yeah, we'll still stay together. It'll be great.
He does have
It'll be like college again. Like, that's sort of how he talked.
Yeah.
About it.
He has a lot of growing up to do. And I feel like, though, now that Belly is out of the picture, I'm really hoping that he can do that. Like, he needs to find a Paris. Everybody needs to leave this beach house and go somewhere else.
I think Cabo was his Paris.
Oh, my God. Yikes. Yikes. You're not fully wrong, I guess. But
see, I'm a little worried about him because you and I have a different read on Adam's actions, where you think that Adam, you were saying that like his advice to Conrad is good. And I'm like, it's good, but I also think it's a little manipulative to get himself off the hook in where like Conrad has been so hard on him. And then whenever he's like hugging Jeremiah, like, I get that's supposed to be him trying to be like a good dad and realizing Conrad can't be there for him, so he's got to be.
Yeah.
But it really felt to me a little bit like the Emperor bringing in Darth Vader, as I've said in the past, where I'm a little bit like, come over to the dark side, be me. Like, and again, we were saying we worry about him becoming Adam, and just, you see scenes like that, and you're like, oh, we've only got 2 eps, right? Like,
I know.
it's like, is he going to be like Adam?
I don't think he will. I mean, I can't imagine that they would do that. I think that would be so crazy. Like, I want a redemption for this character.
Yeah.
We need that. Like, I will not feel happy with the ending of this show if we don't get that. Because I don't think that this Jeremiah that we're seeing is the true Jeremiah. So,
well, I hope not.
I know, here I am again. You got me defending Jeremiah. You got me defending Jeremiah. Like, but
got her again.
I will say this, though. I think, though, I didn't view that scene as like, oh, let me bring you over to the dark side. Only because I think it was more of a nice moment between father and son. Like, how many hugs do you think Adam has ever given Jeremiah in his life? Not many.
That's a good point.
And then Jeremiah was able to fully break down in his dad's arms. And I feel like it was just a little bit more of a father-son moment than it was a, like, I'll get you fixed up, like, type of thing.
No, I get what you mean. He doesn't have his mom. Now he doesn't have his brother. He doesn't have Belly. And Adam's there to be the best he can. So, I think
Adam learned a lot in this episode of, oh, wow, there's a lot going on and I need to be there for my sons. Like, I can't just keep coming up with excuses and putting them last. Like, Jeremiah needs me in this moment. Belly's gone. Conrad's gone. I can't just leave these kids to their own devices anymore. Like, I have to step up. And we saw him do that.
Yeah.
So I think we
get what
are
you're
going to
saying.
get redemption. I think Jeremiah's going to
Fingers
figure it
crossed.
out. I think he's just so angry right now, which makes sense, like, for everything
Yeah.
that's happening in this show right now. I mean, look, I don't like the way that he ended that phone call with Belly of like, don't call me again. It seemed so harsh and so...
He called it off.
I know.
It's so crazy sometimes.
But he's used to getting his way, and he's not getting
Yeah.
his way right now, so he's acting out. Like, that's really what this is. He is not used to this, and he does not know what to do.
That's true.
This is his rock bottom. So I feel like hopefully we'll
I
just
agree
see him
with
go up
that.
from here.
I hope we don't see any more awful scenes of Jeremiah because we're running out of redemption room.
I know.
The phone call wasn't great, and I get him being angry at Conrad, but something about the way he played that scene with the
bite of the apple.
and, like, it was just like the symbolism. It felt just everything about it. I was like, this guy's laid it on thick still. Like,
And
hope
it
we
was
can
so
turn it around.
cold. It was so cold. I think, though, too, it's just like he really needs to deal with his emotions. Like, we're talking about somebody who hasn't dealt with their emotions. The death of his mom, all this stuff with Belly, like all these problems even before this wedding stuff, all his insecurities. Like, he hasn't dealt with any of this stuff. Like,
No.
I really hope somebody gives him the number to a therapist, because that's really what he needs right now.
Yeah. Look what it did for Conrad.
I
Dude's
know.
walking around with all the confidence in the world.
This show is literally like a great, what's the word? Like, infomercial for therapy.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. I get why you're worried. We got 2 eps left.
Conrad used to have panic attacks, and now he just can walk into any room and be like, she's riding away with me. You want to still be my friend, even though I broke up your wedding. Like, he's just like, he's got it all going on now.
I know. He's
May therapy do that for everyone.
he's putting on that button up and or a chunky sweater and living his best life. So we hope that Jeremiah gets there as well, for sure.
What's your number one WTF moment?
Oh my God, I forgot we're still on these. I was like,
Aren't we still doing that?
I was like, I got another point I got.
I was like, I feel like this is record time on the top 5. I feel like, I was like, didn't we? I
Oh
was
my
like, wasn't that
God.
just number 2?
Yikes. All right.
We've been doing this half an hour.
Well, there's a lot to discuss.
A lot of WTF.
Wait, one thing I was going to say, though, is
Sure.
I'm glad that we got that phone call with Belly and Jeremiah, because I do feel like I needed to see them have a conversation, because it felt unrealistic for Belly to just go full silent on him, like not talking at all, like the last convo being him calling off this wedding and them leaving each other. I think realistically, like, these people have been in a relationship for 4 years. How they handled that, I thought was really a smart way to do it and realistic. Of like, the change isn't going to happen like that, people. It's not going to be like as quick as we want it to be. And I know we only got 2 eps left, so it's getting scary. But I thought that her calling him and them kind of like going back into their old pattern, laughing about Steven and Taylor, getting back into their banter and their rhythm until it fully hit them, like, that they shouldn't be doing this and that, they're not really on the same page. I thought that was great. Loved it.
Whenever Jeremiah said to Conrad, I'm like, oh, I guess she called me. I was like, well, weird flex, dude. She
I know.
was supposed to marry you yesterday and thought maybe y'all needed to have a convo. Weird flex. Yeah.
I know.
She didn't call Conrad.
But also, like, talk about insecurity. Like, he fully did think
Insecure.
that she was going to be on a plane next to Conrad.
She's probably off with Conrad.
No, he said Conrad.
Oh, he said that?
Yeah, I didn't love that. I mean, he was drunk, but
Wow. And you're defending this guy.
I am not. It's
What's
just
number
like
one?
the amount
Don't
of
let me get you worked up
the amount
again.
of insecurity. You kind of gotta like feel a little bit for the guy.
I know. I get it.
All right, number
We
one.
hope he turns it around.
Yeah.
We hope nothing for the best.
Knock on wood.
We hope the best for Jeremiah.
Number one WTF moment from this episode: Belly staying in Paris and not getting in the program, still deciding to stay.
Yeah,
I loved it.
I mean, it was. She really needs to circle back on that program. I just feel like you got to. Can you talk to a superior? Maybe call your college. See if you can work. I mean, I don't know. Work on that a little harder.
I feel like she's going to figure that out. Like whether she does online classes or like something like that. Yeah. like I think that's the point though. She's going to figure it out. But no matter what, she's staying. She made that decision. She made it all on her own. And she realizes she can do it on her own, and it's not as scary as what she might have thought.
Wow. So are we going to be in Paris like the rest of the show? Like,
no, we have to go back to Cousins Beach. I think we're going back. We got to go back.
Yeah.
We can't leave Cousins Beach like forever and have it be like that type of ending, like that sadness.
I get some people's frustration about introducing like new characters in Paris. Like, you know, we've only got a couple eps left. But like, I will say it felt kind of realistic of just when you go to a city and you just have random weird nights and you meet people and start finding your way. And I think that's just all it's trying to show. But at one point, it did feel like a weird spinoff show. Like it was like a backdoor pilot for like this girl and her 20-something friends in Paris.
Well, I can imagine the conversations that they had in the writer's room of like, should we end this season at the wedding and then do another season and it's everybody like the aftermath and everybody picking things up and growing, and then we get our end game. Like they must have had so many conversations about that.
Yeah.
And then they would have really extended the Paris thing. But I think a lot of what's left with Paris is going to be more of like montage-y. I don't think it's going to be too like in our face. I mean, I think we're going to get some scenes, but I was
hoping it was going to be just Belly fighting crime in Paris, just going around, taking out burglars, getting people's bags back, you know, taking out guys who are harassing women. She's just, you know,
I know,
going to be a little vigilante in Paris.
I liked it. She was really sticking it to the men in Paris, which we love. I better see her on the back of a moped, though, in Paris. That's all I got to say. Like, that is the Paris dream.
Yeah. I don't know. So how long, what's your prediction? How long do you think she's staying in Paris like through like the fall? Like she's supposed to be back in college.
I think she's going to be there like a year.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Like I think we're going to be getting like some time jumps and stuff from here on out. I don't know how we wouldn't.
Yeah.
Maybe not a year, maybe 6 months. I don't know. I think it's going to be a bit. I mean,
yeah.
I feel like that's like the only thing that really like makes sense. And then does she go back to Cousins in the summer for something? A lot of people think she's going to go back for Stephen and Taylor's wedding eventually.
Oh. I guess that, these people, man, they turn these weddings around quick.
I know. I don't know if I fully agree with that, but I don't know. It's so hard to tell where this is going to go. But I definitely think
you're saying none of this is book, right? This is all basically
the
all
letters.
book,
Conrad writing her letters is the book, but that's like kind of where the book ends, and then their end game. But I guess spoiler, but like everybody knows that by now, right? I don't know. You're like, I didn't know that.
Whoa. Letters.
I just
like
think
speeches
no matter what she's
written for.
Yes, it's hot. Okay. I think she'll be in Paris for a while.
Sure.
Conrad will reach out eventually. Letters, all that. I think at some point then he'll go over and visit her. Or no, I'm sorry. This is in real time where I'm coming up with this. I do
No
think
problem.
she's going to go back to Cousins. That's where she'll see him. And then I think he will like join her in Paris at some point.
They'll have another reconnection.
Yeah.
Like Christmas was.
Yeah.
And this time he'll go see her in Paris.
Yeah.
Or go back with her to Paris.
I just can't
Like,
decide if like
he leaves Cousins Beach with her to go to Paris.
I do wonder that. I think that might make the most sense. I don't think he'd just go there to like visit her after writing these letters. I think that at this point it's going to be like balls in Belly's court. So I think like they're going to reconnect through letters. She's going to go back to Cousins Beach. Something will bring her back. And then I think he'll join her in Paris for a bit after they reconnect there.
Yeah.
And it will be like a spur of the moment. It's going to be romantic. Like, I'm coming with you. That type of thing. Because then we'll see him actually, like, maybe it's going to be a play on the scene that we already saw, where it's like he is at the airport, maybe like going back to California or whatever, and then he decides to join her in Paris at that airport.
Oh, maybe so.
Where it's like instead of her getting on the plane, she asks him to come or something like that, where we like get that
we
scene
love the
again.
classic, the old school pre 9/11 airplane where you can just go like get on an airplane with someone that was in movies forever.
I know. I guess
like,
I am thinking more in that.
I'm going with someone to that, but it's okay.
I don't
We
know
can
if
figure
that
out how
show
to
would do that, but we'll see. I mean, I think it would be fun to do like a replay of that moment.
Yeah.
No matter what, him joining her in Paris is going to be some kind of spontaneous thing. It's got to be.
Wow. I'm excited for them to reconnect. I know that will bring you all the joy in the world.
I know.
How do you think she feels about the brothers like right now? Like, do you think it's just like too much to even process?
Yeah.
Like, do you think she just can't even think about like her feelings like for Conrad right now?
Yeah, I think she's
Because
like.
I guess we kind of heard on the phone call basically she's like, it's over, Jeremiah. Like we hit our peak of what we were going to be, and there's just kind of no going back. So I think she's kind of done with Jeremiah.
Yeah.
Thank God.
She's definitely done with Jeremiah at this point. And I think that
I feel like she'd be like, I don't even want to talk about Conrad.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think she just can't even put the thought of Conrad in her head right now because she knows she was codependent on Jeremiah. She didn't like who she was in that moment. And I think she really wants to do some more soul searching.
Well, she says, like, I'm a different person than I was, like, at the beginning of the year. But
Yeah.
she says, like, before the summer, which I was like, wow, things happened pretty fast.
Well, she went to Michael's.
Well, I get it. We saw it. But, like, so I guess she has to find her way to being the new person she's going to be and then figure out if that's going to work. And she still has to be mad at him because, like, if we could have been together all this time, why didn't you? I don't know. I'm sure she has some blame about why did you force the breakup and why didn't you tell me earlier and, like, you know.
I think she's just not ready to go down that path because it is a windy path. Like, there's a lot those two need to talk about. And it's just too much right now. Can you imagine? Like, that would be a lot.
But it almost feels like it's at the point where it's like things have blown up so much that you kind of just need time. And then you don't really have to get into all the details of, like, everyone made mistakes. Everyone hurt each other. Like, it's like, just give it some time and then find each other again and find out, like, if you make each other happy.
Yeah, I think the one thing that she really needs now, too, is just time.
Yeah.
It's, like, not the right timing for them right now. And I feel like that was the problem in the past when they were dating, is that it wasn't good timing with Susanna's death and everything Conrad was going through at that time. And I feel like now there'd be a lot more cautious about timing. It also wasn't the right timing because she had kissed Jeremiah before then too, and that was all really messy. And I just feel like it's like even Conrad would probably agree of we need to make sure timing is right this time. Because timing has a lot to do with it.
Definitely.
And I gotta
do
say,
think
the
all
next day after, your wedding is called off, I don't think that's good timing.
That's fair. I do think all the adults in the show, like they're all adults, but the parents in the show, I do think react with the right kind of like wisdom of just like, none of them are really that condemning of Conrad or of like like even Laurel, like when he's talking to her, I feel like she's a little bit like, I wasn't rooting against you. I'm just like, I don't know. Like people need to find what makes them happy. And I feel like even Adam, when he is like, oh, you do love her, I think he's like, well, you live one life. So like, I don't know. Like, I feel like, you know what I mean? Don't you get that vibe from the adults where it's like, you live one life, so I get it if you decided to go for it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, no, I definitely think so. I think, too, it's like, especially Laurel, like she's seen what's between Belly and Conrad. So it's hard for her to like be like, no, don't do this type of thing. I feel like though people thought that the way Jeremiah spoke to Laurel was so rude and so crazy. And I'm like, okay, the guy was hurting and Laurel was not a supporter of this. So I kind of get like him being mean.
And she clearly has a closer relationship with Conrad.
Yeah. I think all like this whole thing has just blown all that up. Like, I think Jeremiah's just like, I'm tired of pretending.
Mm-hmm. That's fair.
You know what we got to talk about that we haven't really touched on? Stephen and Taylor. Staylor is back together, you guys. That was great.
Yeah.
I love that scene of them actually communicating, healthy communication, and working things out. It was a great scene between the two of them. I love the growth that Taylor has had throughout this entire show. I think her and Steven are really great together. I'm a fan of them.
They were great. It's hard to believe just a couple nights she was trying to hook him up with Denise.
I know. That seems like so long ago.
Haven't like the last 3 eps only been like 3 days or
I know.
something?
Well, that's why everyone thinks this ep is like a filler ep, because I'm like, a lot has happened in the past like couple episodes. So I get it.
No, I'm happy for them. They do seem just so much more rocket. They've always, even when they were a mess in the last couple eps, they still seem more rock solid than a lot of people, because it just does feel like they have a connection and communicate with each other when they need to. And I don't know. I feel like they're getting on the same page now. That is just they got messed up by his wreck, and like it feels like they're getting back on track now, and that's great.
I mean, it's just sometimes when you see another couple fall apart, you're like, I do want to be with you.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Steven's like, you did storm out of my car and then I nearly died, but we're still doing better than these people.
I know. Isn't that funny? Like, it is like they are
He's
way
like, we got
less
a dream
drama.
relationship compared to these.
He's like, who
these
knew?
psychos.
Who knew we weren't the drama? I love, though, that Steven can read Taylor so well. And that he does like ask her some of these harder questions of like, well, why do you treat me this way? And, I just think that like he gives her so much like trust and comfort, which is what she needs. And I'm happy those two figured it out.
Yeah, and I appreciate it when he was like, I want you to be as like supportive and like caring and interesting to me as like you are to other people, and we don't have to always have this combative like they do have this like back and forth, which is part of their chemistry, but I get it, like we don't always need to be like going at it with each other.
Loved it. All right, should we do your Tyler's takes?
Sure. Let me pull up the notes app.
Well, all you put in the outline for this is many excellent and humorous points. So the bar is high.
I'm sure whatever I wrote this morning's great.
Yeah.
Let's see. I already got my Star Wars reference in there, so we will check that off. Belly saying that there was a priceless ring in the bag. Babe, we didn't talk about
that was good.
That was one for us. That was one for the fans.
good,
That was
yeah.
hilarious. I feel like that guy's face was like priceless. Okay.
He was like, "Why wasn't it on your finger then, girly?" That was
Yeah.
good. Her saying
Why'd
that.
you leave it in that bag? He said. I was like, well, she didn't really want to parade that around.
I can't believe she
Paris.
hasn't lost it already, honestly. It's so small. A burglar wouldn't be able to find it.
Her flight to Paris cost more than that ring. Priceless.
Very true.
So, what's the deal with bag stealer guy? Who is this guy? So this is a guy who goes around Paris stealing people's bags, wearing them for the rest of the night, and then just clubbing?
He was a man on the move, it seemed.
I gotta
and
say,
he took the opportunity when that bag was just sitting there.
I kind of want to know more about this guy. This guy's a weird character.
It was odd. It was odd. Normally, I think you take anything valuable in it out and then just leave it somebody. But I think he liked the backpack. I think it was all about the backpack for him.
You think it was just the cute backpack?
Yeah, he's like, this backpack holds a lot. There's a wedding dress in here, so I'm good. I'm taking it.
Well, I read that I get everyone loves Paris. They get it's the most romantic city in the world. I got to say, if that was my one day in Paris, I think I'd just leave.
Yeah.
I think I'd be like, I'm getting the hell out of here. I'd be like, I tried. Me in Paris didn't work out. Maybe I'll go somewhere else. Go to Madrid. I don't know. Somewhere. Like, what a bad day in Paris for her to be like, starting a new life. So hopeful.
The hits were really coming for Isabel.
Yeah, you didn't get in the place you were going to do. You get there, and someone steals your bag. Then you're dealing with like this creepy guy, and you're at this weird club thing. I don't know. It was good for her, though. I'm glad she's trying. I'm glad she's
sticking
taking
it
charge.
out. I mean, you haven't been to Paris. Paris is pretty magical, so
You'd stay?
yeah, you can't let one thief get you down.
Well, fair. Do you think Belly has any idea if she's getting charged international fees on that credit card? I was thinking when she's paying at that cafe, I was like, does she know what she's doing?
I know. I was more concerned about the phone call. I'm like, can you
Oh,
just
the
make
phone
a phone
call.
call? Don't you have to do FaceTime? I don't know, though.
Because she's not on Wi-Fi. She's on a bus.
You know, Belly doesn't have a budget in Paris. It is just, Laurel's like, take whatever you need.
Belly in Paris.
Belly
with no
and
budget.
Belly.
Which also wrote down, how does Belly even have any money? I thought we were saving up every dime we could to pay for this wedding. And now all of a sudden we're just booking flights to Paris. She's just going to live there on what? I don't know.
Well, she got the tickets through Laurel from those gift cards.
Okay.
So that was explained. And then I think
Okay.
she didn't end up using the money she had for the wedding. Like, she was working really hard, and then Adam paid for the wedding. So
Oh, so she's got the money left over.
I think she
Well,
has
thank you
some
for
money.
answering
I mean,
that.
I think we're going to see her more with like a job and all that next time.
Okay. Good. It was
But-
just a question.
I know. I'm really defending Belly and Pelly. I'm like, she'll figure it out. She tracked down that thief. She'll figure it all out.
How hungover was Redbird, you think? If Jeremiah was that hungover, Redbird might be in a coma somewhere.
Well, I
There
was
no
like,
even mention of him the next day. Is he still in town? Where
I
did
know.
he go?
I was like, Steven and Taylor, you need to do a check on Redbird because he might be dead somewhere for all we know.
He's in a ditch.
I mean,
Redbird.
you know, Redbird was not getting out of bed that day, so I don't know why people weren't more concerned about him. You know, he also stayed up like 3 hours later doing shots or something.
Redbird's at that sketchy motel from season 2.
Oh my God.
Laid up in there. Oh Darlin' played, which is great.
Great song.
One of our favorite
A
Beatles
great
songs.
song for a Steven Taylor moment.
That was nice.
Yeah.
And my final thing was Conrad was really going above and beyond with the gifts for this wedding. As he was actively trying to stop this wedding, he also got her Susanna's ring and got this one leftover like painting that Susanna had made before she died and got it framed to give to them. And I was like, this guy was a real, like, I'm either blowing this whole thing up or I'm just giving them the nicest stuff ever.
Or both. Like, he ended up doing both.
Yeah.
He blew it up and was giving them all these nice gifts. And it's like, as Jeremiah, you're probably like, you're only giving us these gifts because you're in love with my future wife.
Yeah. Yeah.
The gift giving was a little too much. It's like, Connie, come on.
And thank God they showed us that Jeremiah still had Susanna's ring, because that would have been really rough if Belly had that in Paris.
Yeah, I'm glad that they like told us that ahead of time, because I definitely would have thought
that's in the bag, and you would have been.
But
like,
I don't think she ever would have left the beach house with that ring.
No, it wouldn't have made sense.
She would have like put it on the counter or something. Yeah.
Well, it wouldn't have made sense. I think they just want to make it clear.
They wanted to be like, we want you guys to know it is that cheap ring that she's still holding on to, that she holds so dear.
Yeah, that's all I got.
They really have made Connie out to be this like saint this season with these gifts. Like, it's like every episode we are just seeing how like caring and like giving and like how great he is.
How thoughtful, yeah.
Yeah, how thoughtful. It is just like, it's almost like comical.
I know.
I mean, I love it. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm loving it, but it is just like, it's funny.
Yeah. Wow. 2 ups left.
I feel like they're like, we want you to like this guy. I wonder if
we like it.
I know. I wonder though if like some of the, like, I really wish that, and maybe we will, I want like an oral history of this show because of the writers and the making of it. Because I'm very curious if before they sat down for this season, they thought people are crazy about this love triangle. Like, I feel like the love triangle took on like a whole thing that was like bigger than what they ever even would have thought. And I feel like it was very like mixed of Team Conrad and Team Jeremiah. And there's even like a source material for this with books, and people are still like want to choose on their own and have their own team for the show.
Yeah.
So I wonder if they were like, we want everybody to be happy with the ending, so then we need to kind of like gas it up a little bit, like overdo it a little bit.
We need to make it clear.
Yeah,
who's
make
the
it
right
clear.
guy she should be with. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that.
I don't know. I'm just like so
I
curious. Not to say that like these characters like aren't that way, but it does just feel like they show so much of like Conrad being this great guy, and we're getting like a lot of villain moments with Jeremiah.
Sure. I mean, it's tough because it's like, you know, even if you are Team Jeremiah, it's pretty clear at this point the show is extremely Team Conrad that you're watching. And like the creators are Team Conrad. So it's like you are rooting for the loser. And I guess just like if you get attached to someone early on, I guess you just stick with it. But like, I don't know.
I feel like they're really trying.
They have beat us over the head without villain. I keep being like, at some point we might need to like ease up on the villain stuff.
I know. I'm just curious, like, what if that was like maybe a little bit part of their thought process of like, we got to get everybody in on this end game.
Sure.
And how we end it, and we want everybody to be happy with that. So this is how we got to do it. I don't know.
I'm excited to see where it goes, how they get us there, how they land this plane.
Only 2
I mean, it
eps
may not
left.
It may not be the end game you think. You know,
I know.
It could always be
it's true.
slightly more. It could be more open ended than that. You never know.
I do wonder that. I mean, I have no idea. And apparently, like, I think the cast said they were surprised by the ending. So we don't know. We will see what happens. 2 eps left, which feels so crazy. I'm nervous.
I'm going to be sleeping in on Wednesdays soon.
No. We got to start a new show. I'm going to make you get up early. I'm just going to be up on Wednesdays rewatching this.
Not a show that comes out at 3 a.m.
I know. That has been a little bit rough. I wish that they'd put the finale out at 7 p.m. so we could all watch together because that would be fun. But
It would be, but oh well.
oh well.
We'll be up.
We'll be up. Well, thank you all so much for listening. Be sure, I want to hear everybody's thoughts on how they think this is going to go from here on out because I myself feel a little lost and confused and don't know what to think. So please message me on social media. You can also email me at previously on teentv@gmail.com. You can follow me on socials on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube at previously on _teen TV. You can
Maybe
also
we'll do a mailbag episode.
I would love to do a mailbag app, and I feel like now is the time to do it.
Yeah, with 2 ups left, we could do one.
So I would love to do a mailbag app. So I want everybody's theories, thoughts on where this thing is going. So either
If your
send
people
it
call
to
my
me,
people, we can try to
Yeah.
schedule it.
So either send it to me on social or on email, and maybe we'll read it aloud. That would be fun. We're doing it.
I would love to hear people's theories.
I know. I'm very curious. So, and I feel like I'm not giving the people much. I'm like,
Does Belly become a vigilante crime fighter in Paris like Tyler thinks it'll
my
end?
God.
We don't know. We'll see.
I'm good. We actually don't know. She can be
Anything's possible.
She can be whoever she wants. I did put out a video though where I think that it's going to coincide with how the movie Sabrina went. So I do think that is a solid theory that we have. All right, so send me all your theories, everybody, and be sure to shop our merch on Etsy, previously on Teen TV. Get all your cousin's beach stuff. You got to commemorate this show, so buy all the merch.
Yeah.
All right, thanks for listening.
Bye.